Welcome to Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. How are you doing, my dear friend and listener? I hope your Easter celebration went well. What did you eat? Chicken, fried rice? Let me guess. You even had pepper soup. Goat meat pepper soup, turkey, chicken. Time to enjoy. I am not against enjoyment. Yes, I also had fun. I ate food. I enjoyed myself. Yes, it was like a moment to give myself a treat. Remember that you can eat healthy and still enjoy yourself. That is why dietitians are here to guide you. Right, so today I have come to tell you what dietitians can do for you. When you hear dietitian, what comes to your mind? She's a good cook. Okay, you're a caterer. You're going to cook very well. You guys know a lot about food. Tell me now, dietitian, what should I eat so that my tummy will go down? What should I eat anytime I take milk, I feel bloated? Dietitian, tell me what to eat to grow taller. Tell me what to eat to grow fat. Okay, yes, today I have come to explain and to tell you what dietitians really do, what we can do for you. Last week, I talked about reasons why you need to see dietitians. I gave reasons, but I named it pinpoint reason. If you missed that episode, it's going to be up on my YouTube channel. Sorry, we forgot to send it. We forgot to upload it last week, but it's going to be up today on my YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle. So listen and know why you need to see a dietitian. And then, of course, I expect you to make moves, to take steps and see dietitians if you need to see them. Today, I want to talk about what dietitians can do for you. I know that you have some ideas about what dietitians do, but I need to take it, I need to break it down, I need to explain it properly, I need to help you understand exactly what it's called. Even when I left school, I was not sure, I wasn't so sure. I thought that, okay, when I come out and begin to practice, I'm going to start telling people, eat this, don't eat that. I'm going to give them guidelines, I'm going to just have a diet plan that I'm going to give to this person, give to that person, but experience has taught me something different. And I advanced, I went for more courses, I went to do other courses, I went to do advanced courses on diabetes management, on nutrigenomics, and these have taught me that dietitians are not just food counselors who tell people what to eat. We are much more than that. We are more than food counselors. We are scientists. We can be scientists. We can go into research. Dietitians can go into research and find out foods, special diets, special recipes that can help prevent diseases and even treat diseases. Dietitians can do that. Dietitians are also clinical personnel who can work with other health professionals like doctors in the treatment of diseases. That is why dietitians also work in hospitals. If you go to major teaching hospitals, if you go to major hospitals, you're going to find dietitians there who run clinics, who consult, who plan diets for patients. Dietitians are also consultants. Dietitians are people that you can consult if you have a family history of a disease condition that you don't want to come up, you don't want it to happen. Then you can also consult dietitians who will tell you, okay, if you have a family history of this, then these are the foods you should avoid, these are the foods you should eat. Yes, we can do that. We are also consultants. Some dietitians are also called culinary dietitians. Yes, those ones who now go into cooking proper to help people who don't even have time to prepare those special meals that they need to prevent or treat disease conditions. Dietitians can help. That is where our cooking skills will now come into play. But I don't want you to just think that the only thing we can do is to cook. No, we can do much more than that. We are good in calculation. We calculate, we plan diet. You see that food timetable that you see sometimes? A lot of work goes into it. A lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of thinking, a lot of calculation goes into bringing it out. And you see it looks like a full timetable. You see that, oh, on Monday I should eat this, on Tuesday I should eat that, this amount of this amount of... Every single thing is planned, is calculated. It is treatment, and we don't take it for granted. It is not, there is no one size fits all in nutritional management, especially when there is a disease condition like diabetes, like heart condition, like kidney problem, like arthritis. These are all considered diet related. They are diseases that can respond to diet calculations, diet modifications. So that is just a summary of what dietitians can do for you. So have you heard about somebody who has diabetes, and all the consultation, nutritional consultation, the diet consultation the person has heard is, your sugar is high, watch what you eat? Or somebody who has a heart condition and a known hypertensive is on medication, and the only thing the person has heard is, watch what you eat? Or even somebody who has a kidney condition, it's clear that this person's urea level is high, his creatinine is high, his kidney is harmed and needs to heal, and all that person has heard is what? Watch what you eat. I'm here to tell you that watch what you eat is not medical nutrition therapy. In fact, if you ask me, this might be extreme, but I'm going to tell you that you can consider that a death sentence. That is a health condition. It's a medical condition that requires diet treatment. And so being told, watch what you eat, is just like leaving that person in total darkness of what to be done. Watch what you eat is not a prescription, it's not a recommendation. There is need for a dietitian to look into the person's food history, look into the person's medical history, then make a proper recommendation, plan the diet that can help in the management of that condition. Now, I am not the one who is saying this. It's not Michelle enforcing it and imposing it. No, there are health institutions that have said that nutrition, medical nutrition therapy should be an essential part of the treatment of any disease that is diet related. If you don't know the diseases that are diet related, then I have a brochure on my website, www.dietitianmichelle.com. When you go there on my homepage, I have a brochure that says who needs a dietitian. Download it, read it, study it, and you're going to see the disease conditions that require nutritional management, not stated by Michelle, but by many health organizations. WHO supports that. It says medical nutrition therapy should be part of treatment of diseases like diabetes, like cancer, like heart conditions, kidney problems. Not just WHO, many other health organizations. Check NICE guidelines, you're going to see them. Check UK Diabetes Association, you're going to see the guidelines. You're going to see that nutrition therapy is part of treatment. Now, I'm going to tell you that I have worked with many patients, I have worked with many of my clients, and they have seen the outcome. They have seen that yes, nutrition actually plays a key role in their management. In fact, I remember one referral that I got from a white doctor, one of the companies where I manage their patients. The first time he sent me a referral of somebody who had diabetes and she also had kidney problems. So we had to plan a diet that would help her manage the sugar level and at the same time help the kidneys to heal. When I shared with the doctor my plan, when I shared with the doctor that this is a plan and this is the goal we are looking at, because for everything it has to be measured. It's a measurable plan. We are able to tell you that when you follow this is what you will expect. Your glycated hemoglobin, your sugar should come down by this should happen in 3 months. So when I shared that with the doctor, he just laughed. He said, wow, Michelle, I think you're just being so ambitious. I said, well, I have been taught that in planning, I have been taught that in providing nutrition therapy, I should set goals so that I'll be able to say that I achieve 50% or the patient achieve 50% of the goal set or achieve 70%. So we have to measure progress. Guess what? When we finish at the end of 3 months and I shared the result with him, he was impressed. Till date, all the way from Port Harcourt, he sends all his patients to see Dietitian Michelle because he has seen firsthand the impact of nutrition therapy. So we are not just going to say eat this or eat that. If that is what you have, if that is what you're thinking, maybe that is why you have not even seen a dietitian. Now you have diabetes, you don't know that is a health condition, you don't know that is a situation that requires nutritional management. All you have been told is watch what you eat, and in watching what you're eating, you may be overeating. Your sugar is still not controlled. Then you go back to the hospital, your medication is modified, your dosage is increased, yet your diet is not worked on, yet you're not eating the right amount of food, and you're wondering what is going on. I remember one lady that I saw, she said, my pikin, I have eaten beans so till now when I see beans I want to throw up. And it's really sad. It's really sad. So nutrition therapy is part of the management of any situation that is diet related. When it's a case of diabetes now, all nutrients are put into consideration, but the major nutrient that we modify, the major nutrient we regulate is what is carbohydrates. There is a limit. We now say for diabetes, in the management, it's between 135 grams to 240 grams of carbohydrate to achieve control. Now, it's a range. It's not the same thing for everybody. How will you know how much carbohydrate to eat? Do you even know the sources of carbohydrates? Do you know how much is 100 grams of carbohydrate? Do you know how much is 135 grams? Do you know what is 150 grams? Do you know how to match your carbohydrate with your insulin? These are the things dietitians have been trained to do. We went to school to study food and its relationship with health. We went to school to know how to help you make the right choice. We went to school to tell you that when there is this condition, these are the foods to take out from the diet. One is a kidney problem. Depending on the stage, we regulate the amount of protein that is consumed. For a normal person, you can do well on 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per kg body weight. That can work for you, but for someone who has a kidney condition, we bring it down. We turn it down to about 0.6, maximum 0.8, depending on the stage of kidney condition. It's not enough to tell the person watch what you eat. We have to do that calculation and bring out a full timetable that says when you eat this, at the end of the day, this is likely the nutrients you're going to be obtaining. And in kidney condition, it's not just protein. There are other minerals that we look into. There are other minerals we modify. We have to modify the person's calcium intake. We have to modify phosphorus. We have to say, like the 86-year-old man that I saw last week I told you about, he's 86. So I'm not going to limit his food. I'm not going to take out so many things. So what I did, instead of taking out, instead of limiting, I modified. And I said, okay, for these foods that are rich in phosphorus, soak them. Soak them for 3 to 4 hours. Discard the water and cook. Some of the phosphorus would have leached into the water. So can you see, depending on the age, the plan, the therapy, the treatment, the recommendation is different. So for a kidney condition, like one of the young client that I saw, I took permission from him before saying this. I asked him, would you allow me mention this on Diet Talk with Dietitian? He said, yes, you can go ahead. Guess how old he is? He is 33 years old. And he was diagnosed at the age of 31, but there was no referral to see a dietitian. Now he's 33. He's undergoing dialysis. And he doesn't even know what a renal diet is. He doesn't even know what it is. He doesn't even know the foods to regulate. He doesn't even know. And yes, I explained to him that when we modify this diet, when we modify your food based on the amount of protein we want to place you on, the foods that are sources of iron are not going to be there. So you're going to need to take supplements. You're going to need to take supplements to get those nutrients from there. Because the food sources are not, the food sources have been taken out from your diet. And then when I explained, I said, okay, so you're going to be taking fesolate, and you're going to be taking it with vitamin C. You're going to be taking it with something that can help it to be absorbed. And he said, oh, no wonder. I said, no wonder. I said, the doctor actually prescribed it like that too. But then I just stopped. I wasn't taking it. I said, so that's the difference. Here we'll be able to explain to you that this is what we are doing and this is why we are doing it. So you stopped taking it because you weren't clear, you weren't told why you should take it. There was no explanation. So you see, when you are taking this, combine it with that. And at the end of this consultation, we're going to plan his diet. And I asked him, so how do you feel now? He said, I feel much more confident in managing this situation. I feel like I've been enlightened. I now know the mistake. Somebody who is supposed to be on a renal diet, but he takes noodles. I'm not saying that noodles is bad, but remember that we are dietitians. We know the foods to take out. We know the foods to recommend. We know what to include. Now, the noodles only has about 1,100 milligrams of sodium, remember. And this person, in this management now, hypertension not controlled, he now has a kidney problem. Then he takes noodles, and when he takes, it's not even 1 pack, he takes up to 2. So he has even taken much more sodium than somebody who doesn't have a kidney condition. No explanation. So when I explained it to him, he said, now I know all the things that I wasn't doing correctly. So nutrition therapy is important. Now, let me not say how much we're supposed to do when it has to do with management, but I want you to know that it's important. If you have any diet related condition, if you're not even sure, ask your doctor, is this situation diet related? Is it related to diet? If you're not sure, go and check my website. I have a brochure there, Who Needs a Dietitian, so that you can download it and you will know if you really need to see a dietitian or not. And if you don't even know where to start from, then call the dietitian's number, explain the situation, and we can guide you. We know the things that we are supposed to be involved in. We know the ones that we are not supposed to be involved in. There are some things that don't concern dietitians, and because we want to consult, we won't say, oh yes, we can have. No, we don't do that. We are professionals. We know when to refer. We know when to take ourselves out. We know when to get involved. So diet-related conditions are those conditions that would benefit from nutritional management. And in CNC, Citadel Nutrition Consult Limited, in my nutrition company, my nutrition clinic, I have even simplified it. I have categorized it so that whichever service you go for, you'll be clear on what you're going to get. Number one is nutritional assessment. At this point, if you're not sure on where to start from, if you need to see a dietitian, the benefits, then I would advise you to start from there. Even if there's nothing wrong with you, nothing is happening, there's nothing wrong with you going for assessment. Here now, we just check your BP, check your sugar level, check your weight, check your height, calculate your body mass index. Do you know your body mass index? Do you know your BMI? Do you know if you're overweight or not? Assessment can help you. We can carry out that and tell you if you're overweight or not. And if you are, we'll tell you how much weight you need to lose so that you can have a normal body mass index. That is number one. That is the number one service that we can provide as dietitians at Citadel Nutrition Consult. Number two now is consultation. Yes, at this point now, after this assessment, we can now advise you to say, okay, you may still need to see your doctor for further investigation as regards this, so that we will be sure if you're going to need the dietitian's meal plan. Then at that point, we can even give you guidelines that can help you to eat healthy. That is consultation. It's also a step ahead, a step above the assessment. Then we also have the customized diet plan. Here is the proper medical nutrition therapy. There is no guesswork. It's not going to end at guidelines. After the assessment, and you need a special meal plan, you need a special diet plan, we will now do the calculation. If it's diabetes, we know how much to place you on, depending on what the doctor gives to us as your referral. That tells us that this is the medication you're taking, or this is the condition you are in, or this, the referral will give us information that we need in order to plan the diet based on your age, based on your weight, based on your activity level, based on your BMI. We will plan the diet, and that is usually available already in 3 to 4 days time. That is customized diet plan. Then we also have the gold plan. Now in this gold plan, remember, is diet therapy. After we have planned the diet, it's quantified. The diet plan, we have things like, okay, if it's yam, you need to take 150 grams or 240 grams of yam. If it's meat, you're going to take 90 grams or 60 grams. You need to measure those things. If it's rice, if it's beans, you need to take 1 cup or 2 cups or 2.5 cups, depending on what is planned. You need to measure. So in this goal plan, after the diet has been planned, you are given some food products, and then you need measuring apparatus like the digital scale, like measuring cups. You put all that together so that you won't start asking, okay, how do I measure this? How do I know this? We put that together for you in that plan. Then we also have the plan that I call premium plan. This now involves the dietitians monitoring you to know how your body responds to the diet, to the food that we have planned. There is no one size fits all in nutritional management. There is no one size fits all. Garden egg is a vegetable. I would recommend that in the management of diabetes. But as a result of monitoring, we were able to detect that garden egg, it's not good for one particular client who has diabetes. It wasn't good for him. How did we know? Monitoring. So if you don't monitor, how will you know how your body responds? There are diabetics who eat pineapples and nothing happens. Their sugar is still normal. There are some diabetics that when they eat pineapple, their sugar goes up. This monitoring can help. I have worked with a particular diabetic. What was his own case? He was eating every food that we recommend in the right quantity. But guess what? While we were monitoring, we realized that the reason his sugar was going up and down and not within the normal range is simply because his body does not like food beyond a certain time. So when it's 5 p.m., his system just doesn't want food. We discovered that. How? As a result of monitoring. So that is what the premium plan we provide as Standard Nutrition Consult. Then there is also another plan called Meal Plan. At this point now, when you are not so clear about how to cook the food, because when we are doing the calculation, we say, okay, for your meal, you need to cook it with 2 teaspoons of oil or 3 teaspoons of oil, or for the seasoning cube, you need to use half cube. For the salt, you need to use half teaspoon, and you don't know how to do that. Here, the dietitians can now help. That is what we call meal plan. The dietitians will prepare it based on the disease condition and deliver to you. So it is diet plan prepared by the dietitians, and that is what the meal plan. And then we also have the culinary service. That one is only available in Port Harcourt for now, where the dietitians now come to the house and prepare these special meals for those who need them. There are so many other things dietitians can do for you. Many things we can work with you. We can interpret food labels. If you have a food that you like, the dietitians can interpret, can tell you this is good or that is not good for you. So there are many things we can do for you. I don't want to say too many. I'm going to just stop at these 7 services that we provide as dietitians.